Welcome, welcome. Exciting day. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Welcome to our concluding, episode for this September. I'm excited to welcome you. I'm your host, Joy Onyeso, and I want to formally welcome you to the Friday night hangout. Tonight, we're going to be concluding our conversation on remaining relevant in a changing world, and we're going to be focusing on monitoring and evaluation for growth and a place for excellence. Who is excited? Right. So, come on in. Let me see your TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. I'm excited to welcome you. I see you, IJ. Welcome on board. You're just right on time. Welcome, 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 welcome. Just come on in. Good evening. I'm really excited because this month has been fabulous. And this week has been so productive. How has your own week been like, And today is Friday. Today is Friday and I'm excited. I get to hang out with you all. I get to hang out with you. And that for me is very important. Okay, welcome, Izzy. I see you. Welcome, welcome in. Come on in. Good to have you on. Right. Good evening. Good evening. So we're going to have conversations tonight. Just a minute. Let me put up this. There's a phone ringing. Just a minute. Let me get the phone off. Just a minute. I'll be back. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Sorry for that. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, goodness. I had to step out quickly to get the other phone off so I wouldn't have interruption. Okay, welcome in. Nice to see you. So tonight we're going to be wrapping up our conversation for the month. We've been discussing remaining relevant in a changing world, a changing environment. You will all agree with me that a lot is happening too fast, too fast, too soon. And you may just get overwhelmed. You may feel that you've lost it. You're trying to center, trying to find your grounding. Oh, thank you so much, Ezine. Thank you. I appreciate the nice comment. Ezine says I look beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just says I'm right. I'm excited to be right on time. Welcome. I see my sis, Madam Adenike. Hey, House of Excellence. Happy Friday. Happy Friday too. And Apex Products, good evening. Welcome, welcome. You're right on time. So we're going to be looking at remaining relevant in a changing environment. We're going to focus on two key things tonight: monitoring and evaluation for growth. And we're going to be looking at a place for excellence. They're just interlinked, right? We were supposed to discuss monitoring and evaluation for growth last week. But unfortunately, I couldn't meet up. Something happened and I wasn't able to come live. So tonight I'm going to take the two, and you're just right on time. A lot is happening. September is coming to an end. We're wrapping up September in a few days, and we're moving into the last quarter for the year 2023. Is it not funny how time flies? In 87 days, it will be celebrating Christmas, right? So this is just the right time to discuss monitoring and evaluation for growth, because for some of us, I'm sure you may have started putting things in place, your systems in place to evaluate how well you've performed in this new year. So tonight we are going to talk about monitoring and evaluation. If you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, a CEO, a woman leader, whatever sector you're in, growth is something that we all desire to have, to experience. And For you to experience growth, it has to be intentional, especially in a place of business. Your business growth is really dependent on how intentional you've been in putting in place systems, structures, generally looking at the framework you have to support your business from one level to the next level. And having an M&E framework is really one very key thing that any business, no matter the size, you need to have an M&A framework. And tonight I'm going to really be looking at the basics. I'm not going to use technical language jargons. I'm trying to keep it very simple so that no matter where you are, whatever level of growth you are in right now, you will find relevance in the conversation of tonight. So, as always, I will ask you to get settled in, have your materials ready. You know, you might just hear something that will make you go, aha, this is it. And it sparks up that. Issues, so just bear with me. I would try and, I'm resilient. I'll try and stay in. So, we're going to be looking at why is it important to monitor and evaluate your business? Why is it important? Just, the first thing I would like to let you know is when you monitor and evaluate your business, one of the key things it helps you to do is to identify the gaps. It helps you to identify gaps and fix it before it gets serious, right? So if you're not monitoring your processes, you're not monitoring your products, you're not monitoring your outputs, your results, you wouldn't even know when things go wrong. And not only it doesn't only help you to know when things go wrong, it also helps you to know what you're doing well. You want to keep doing what you're doing well. You want to focus on what you're doing well, while also trying to fix the gaps. So monitoring and evaluation really helps you to identify the gaps in your business. It helps you to make effective decisions. It also helps you to enhance your overall results. It can also help you to reduce the cost, to reduce your costs, right? You need to know where you need to put your money into. At this time, especially, every kobo is very important in our business. We don't want to spend unnecessarily. We want to make sure that we're spending our money at the right thing and in the right place. And that's what M&E helps you to do. It keeps you focused. It helps to improve your effectiveness, your all-round efficiency and performance. So you really want to focus on monitoring and evaluating your business, right? And it starts from identifying what your goals are. You need to identify what is the goal for your business. This is not something that you can be wishy-washy about. If you're not clear on what your business is in existence for, then it's difficult for you to even grow. So you want to identify the goal of your business. Very, very key. It's always the starting point. If you listen to some of my conversation at the beginning of the year 2023, I talked about clarity of vision. Hi, Chiamaka, nice to have you here. I talked about clarity of vision. You need to be very clear, compelling clear. You need to have that what I call compelling clarity on your why for going into business, right? It starts from that point. Then you want to establish what I call, your short-term goals and your long-term goals for your business. These are your short-term goals are your quick wins. These are what I call the low-hanging fruits, the one you can really achieve in a very short time, right? But there are some goals that will require more time for you to attain. You need to be able to differentiate this, the short-term goal, the long-term goal. And you know why it's important to do this? It helps you to not to get into the space of being overwhelmed. You're doing too much too soon. And this helps you to focus. This thing about, we go into a business, you start off a business, and then you want to, you know, make sure that the business has grown to a certain level in a very short time. For some sector, this is not viable. It's not possible. And that's why it's important that you're able to differentiate what your low-hanging fruits are. And, this is what I talk about, identify what success really feels like for you. You need to be able to identify what this looks like, right? So having compelling clarity on the goal of establishing your business is very critical. Now, for some of you, it may be that you want to increase your customer base. You want your customer base to increase. For some, it may be that you want to have, more products. You want to leverage your value chain, the value chain of your business. So you want to have multiple products within, certain what your structure can carry. So it's up to you to have that clarity on what the goal is for your business. If you don't know what the goal for your business is, difficult to monitor, because you're going to be monitoring certain metrics. You're going to be monitoring what I would call your key performance indicators, KPI. So when you hear people talk about, KPI, key performance indicators, these are, things that help you to know that you're moving towards your goal. Whatever action, decisions you're making is taking you closer to your destination. So you must also establish those those metrics, the key performance indicators. So these are what you will be measuring to see how far you are meeting your target. Some of this may be the number of returning customers that you have, the number of overall customers that you have. You want to measure, the returns per customer. This is very critical. So before you just say, your business is not profitable, your business is not growing, you need to know there are different metrics you would be looking at. It helps you to know where to collect data. I can't overemphasize the importance of data collection. If you've been in this community for a while, you would hear me saying over and over that data is king, data is queen. You just need to measure, you need to collect data. You want to make decisions in business that are data driven. You don't want to just be making decisions on top of your head, backed with no substance. How then do you want things to work? So if you're in business for the long term, the conversation I'm having tonight is for those who really are passionate about growing their business, those who want to remain relevant in the changing business environment for a long time. You want to make sure that you are building a solid business, and the business is one that can even outlive you. A business, you're creating a legacy, so you want to give it your all. You want to do things right. You want to build a structure, a foundation that can take the kind of structure you're building on. If you have a very weak structure, a very weak foundation, of course, there's a kind of structure you want to put on the foundation, it will collapse. So you want to have a solid foundation, and having an M&E system in place is one way of ensuring that your growth is being backed up by substance, by data, by what you're seeing from your customers. You're picking up, you're picking up information as you are implementing your objectives or your goals for your business, and you're translating that into meaningful actions that can help your business to grow. So you want to be looking at certain things. And that's why, we talk about critical success factors, that you want to measure some critical success factors. This success factor may be your priorities. These are priorities that you've identified for your business. So for some of us, it might be high productivity, effective leadership, satisfied employees, satisfied customers engagement. All these are key priorities for your business. So you want to be very clear on what you want to measure and what success looks like for you. And if you're very clear about this, it will help you not to be flip-flopping. You see this person doing this, you jump and do it. You see this person doing it. Especially in the world that we are in today, where there's a lot of interaction on social media. If you're not grounded, if you don't have deep clarity, deep understanding of your business, of your goals, you will just keep trying to emulate people all the time. You wouldn't have any reason for what you're doing. You keep changing decisions. Today you tell your team, okay, you know what? I'm just going to focus. I want to grow. Maybe I'm in the fashion industry and focus on headgear. And you tell us what I want to focus on headgear. Tomorrow you see someone selling earrings, bangles, and you say, oh, I want to add that in. And it's not even in your projections. It's not even in your plan, right? So you want to be sure that you're taking these business decisions that are based on data, that are data driven. And you're very clear as to what you are measuring that would tell you, hey girl, you're growing. Because when you're very clear as to what you're measuring, the metrics, you don't need anybody to validate you or your business. When you're looking at the information you're gathering, it tells you that you're going in the right direction. You may not have all the money in the bank, but you know that in due season, the seeds you're planting will yield harvest. And so you will quit jumping here and there and getting overwhelmed. There is a planting season for every business, and you need to know that. And in that planting season, you need to know what you're measuring that will tell you that you're growing. So in that your planting season, it may not be high profitability at that season because you're still at that startup stage. So everything has a level. And so you need to understand at the level where you're in now, what should I be looking at? What should I be measuring that would tell me that I'm growing? Remember that doing all of these things will help you to reduce costs, will help you to make effective decisions, will enable you to expand, right? These are very key things. And in all of these things, when we say start small, grow your business, there's still a place for excellence. There's still a place for excellence in all of these things. That you're being asked to start doesn't mean you will show up anyhow and do things anyhow. You want to have a culture of excellence. Having a culture of excellence in your business goes beyond your verbal words. It goes more to the actions, the decisions that you take in your business. How is it manifested across all aspects and processes within your business? So this is very critical. You also want to look at how you communicate and how you disseminate your culture of performance, your culture of excellence, right? Having that culture of excellence goes beyond doing things anyhow. You want to be sure that it has roots in everything that you're doing, in how you engage with your employees, in how you engage with your customers, in how you engage with people. So you want to be sure that it's beyond the spoken words, more onto the actions that you take, that you know every process matters, every person counts. You don't want to differentiate how you treat A from how you treat B. You want to be very careful as to how you do things. Yeah, sorry for that break. So you want to be sure that everything you do shows that culture of excellence. The way you turn up, the way you engage, the brand products you bring out. You don't just hurriedly do things and throw it out. You want to continuously have your in-process monitoring. You want to have your finished products monitoring and evaluation to be sure that what you say you will do is what you have done. If you're running a coaching program, you want to be sure that what you promised to your clients they will get out of the program is what you do. You do your due diligence. If you're producing products, You want to be sure that if you're producing headgear, you're producing clothing, you aim to give them very good products for the money you're asking for. So there's a place for excellence in growth. If you see any organization, any business that is growing, look at their culture of performance. You would find that they do what they do and they do it very well. They put out everything there. It's communicated across all the levels. If you come into that organization, into that business, you know, this is the standard, nothing less. We give out everything, and you see that it's disseminated across all levels. And there's a place for evolving. So it doesn't mean that mistakes will not be made, because you need to give yourself the permission to make mistakes. For every success that you experience, there are back end, mistakes. But I call mistakes failing forward. So I really love to ground the conversation in the fact that we're in a season where a number of persons will want to start up something because of the Christmas coming up. A number of us want to make sure that we are positioning our businesses for the end of year sales, right? So these are all very important. In doing all of these things, please make sure that you're focused on the important things that will carry you beyond this season, that will enable your business to be built on a solid foundation. You want to know what you're benchmarking your business on. You want to be able to identify areas for growth, areas for improvement, areas where you're doing well. So you want to do all of these things. You need to have a constructive feedback mechanism. You can't be 7 clients and there is no way they can give you feedback. How would you know how well you're doing? So in looking at your KPIs, your key performance indicators for a business, it's important that you're as real as possible and that you're measuring the right things that can help you to build a sustainable business. And don't forget that it's all in the work. You just have to keep working at it. You just have to keep showing up. Don't get weary in working on your business. If you're a CEO, if you're a business owner, if you're a woman leader, you know that it's always work in progress from one level to the next level. And that's why we say it's not a destination, it's a process. It's not a destination, but it's a process. So you want to, as well as much as you're positioning your business for the end of the year, I want you to start looking at key things you're going to be measuring in your business. I will tell you how well you've performed. That will give you feedback as to what you want to do going into the new year. In fact, planning for your 2024 should have already started by now. So when we talk about remaining relevant in a changing world, and we're looking at monitoring and evaluation, we're looking at a place of excellence. This is all what we're talking about. It's a process. Don't get weary. Don't get tired. There are always back-end stories to all the big breakthroughs you see, to all the success people get to show. But focus on your end and focus on what you can do very well. Whatever you put your focus on grows. If you focus on growing a sustainable business, you will start seeing things that you need to do. You will get more creative, you will get innovative, and you will just revolutionize your business. So don't get tired. You can evolve your business. That's the importance. That's what makes you stay relevant. And you can't do all this without data. You need to set up your business to get data. You want to remain in business for the long run. You want to grow yourself professionally. You must always have things that tell you how you're doing. Can you just imagine if, let me use the example of a baby. When we want to know how well a child is growing, especially when you go to the health centers for your, the routine immunizations, they will check the age, how many months is your baby, what is your baby's weight, what is the height, and certain other indicators to show, okay, the baby is growing very well. It's the same thing for your business. You want to have those indicators. You want to look at key things in your business. How reliable is your profit? I use the word reliable profit Because not all profits, you can't profits are profits. If you're collecting the right data, you would know that some overheads, like most of us who are business owners, who are self-employed, oftentimes we do not even key in the time we spend into the business. We do not, we don't account for it. We don't place a value on it. So how much is your time worth working in your business? So all of these are things you need to consider. Those small, small things you call costs that you overlook. Perhaps you're the owner of the space where you stay in, so you don't account for the office space, right? And you just call all of them profits. So these are very critical things that you need to put in place in your business. And really, if you start early to plan and position yourself for the end of year sales and for hitting the ground running in 2024, you'll be amazed at how far you grow. When you look back, you'll be amazed. It may not readily be in the financial returns. There are different performance indicators. Like I mentioned before, it might be returning customers. When you have a lot of returning customers, then you know you're in business. It's good to have, an expanded base of customer, but you want to be sure that your customers are returning. They're not one-off customers. Any business that can't sustain returning customers, then the business is in for the long haul. It means you have brand loyalty. And that's what every sustainable business wants to build. So as you go into this new season, I want you to start thinking about it. How can you build brand loyalty within your customer base? How can you expand your existing customer base? How can you see your business beyond your family and your friends? Most of us are quarreling with friends, with family, because they're not buying from us. Hello, you did not set up that business just to sell to your family and friends. That's limiting the potentials of your business. Some of us go into business and we don't have clear-cut clients we want to sell to. We just think, oh, okay, that person, OKK is my brother, Joy is my sister. And then they come to you and say, oh, Joy, I need you to help me sell this product. How can I sell a product I did not create? I can market it for you, yes, but not as much as you. You understand your why of, either going into the sale of that product or the production of that product. So you want to be proud of your business, and it's time you start taking your business seriously. There is no quick fix in business. No. Stop looking for the shortcut to it. And that's why most of us, when you're looking at shortcuts to growth, then you lose out on, the excellence aspect of your service or products. Just know that when you're in this, it is for the long term. And you want to give it time. You want to grow it layer by layer. You want to do the right thing. It starts from the foundation. Ensure you have a solid foundation. Understand your why. Understand your goals, your short-term goals, your long-term goals. Your short-term goals are your low-hanging fruits. So I hope you got a lot of value as we prepare to wrap up. Remember, we're wrapping up our conversation this month on remaining relevant in a changing world. And today we talked about monitoring and evaluation for growth. And we also looked at a place of excellence. We looked at the importance of monitoring and evaluation. How can you actually monitor and evaluate your business? And I talked about understanding the goals for your business. Ensuring that you have key performance indicators that you can measure. Analyzing your data as you pick them. And don't get confused. Don't get overwhelmed with the choice of data. Just analyze what is coming into your business. Something as simple as, I have this frame, I'm selling this eyeglass cases, and then maybe I have 30 of them. How many of them do I sell in a day, in a week? Who buys what? What is the frequency of purchase? Where are they located? So you want to get this basic data that can help you make informed decisions. If I have 3 colors, excuse me, if I have blue, black, red, which one do I sell off more first? Do people go more for the black, for the red, for the... So you want to know all of this. You really want to dissect your business and understand your business. That even when you're sleeping and you wake up, you understand the nitty-gritties of your business. Success is a process. You need to understand how success feels like to you. And that's when I talked about establishing critical success factors. What are the critical success factors? It's sometimes called CSF for your business. These are your business priority: customer satisfaction, customer engagement, reliable profits, high productivity, effective leadership. What are they? So you need to identify what that success would look like. If you can't identify, you will not know when you become successful. You will keep measuring success based on some other person's indicators. But you need to define what it means and feels like for you, for your business. And if you're talking about excellence, these are critical factors for you to even, become excellent in whatever you're doing. To build that culture of excellence, you need to understand your goal. You need to know what you're communicating. You need to make sure that it's your whatever you're doing is deeply rooted, right? It's not just verbally, by the decisions you make, your actions, the way it's disseminated across every aspect of your business. So that when you say it's a value for you, that excellence is a value for your business, when people come across your business or engage with your business, they really feel that this business is wow. They say, wow. You encounter some service and you say, wow. You go to the place, you say, oh my goodness, this is a place I want to come back again. Why? It makes me feel, you would always remember how things make you feel. And so if you understand the place of excellence in your business, people always have the wow factor when they encounter your business, and they will want to come back and back and back. These are some of the things that drive repeated customers. Some of us just engage as if it doesn't matter. Well, it may not be the priority for your business if you don't want to be in business for the long term. So I do hope that you got value from our conversation tonight. I do hope that you got value. And with this, we'll come to a wrap on our conversation this month on remaining relevant in a changing world. Don't forget all that we discussed in the month of September. If you can put to practice some of what we had conversations on here tonight and in the previous weeks, you'll find yourself breaking barriers and really positioning yourself for the next level. There is no quick fix. Be ready to do the work. Get your hands dirty. Work at it. Keep your focus and know your parameters of growth. Once you can do this, you quit comparing other people. Quit comparing your growth. Quit comparing your processes with others. Every business has its uniqueness. So find your unique point and focus on it. Grow it and be willing to do the work. Every good thing comes at a price. How committed are you to your business? This is that time of the year when you just need to position yourself. It's the end of the year. It is 7 days to the end of the year, but a lot of things can still happen. I made a post today on Facebook and I said, what is your 30 days action plan? What are you committing to doing differently in 30 days that can change the trajectory for your business or for whatever endeavor you're in? Can you imagine being committed to doing something very well for 30 days? You might think it's nothing. You might joke with it, but I tell you, if you're committed to growth, if you're committed to excellence, you wouldn't joke with that. So with this, we'll come to the wrap up of our edition. I hope you had a nice time with us this September. I look forward to welcoming you in October. Please make it a date with me on the Friday night hangout. And don't forget to tell a friend to join us next month. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you. Remember to have fun, smell the roses, and know that no one can do you as much as you can do yourself. Stand on your story to make a difference. If you're running a business, you're an entrepreneur, position your business to take opportunity of the new season. There's a lot that can happen in 30 days. If you're overwhelmed, step back a bit, anchor yourself, and launch right back. You have all that it takes to be successful. If you have support system right around you, when you go weak, you have people who hold your hands, hold you accountable, cheer you on, and just, keep making sure that you're on track. No one is an island. You always would need some support system. Find that support that you need for yourself, you need for your business, that will need to keep you on track. Remember, I love, honor, and appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing you next week Friday. From my team and I, is bye tonight till we see you next week Friday. Good night.